Hi there, it's Kevin Ward with Yes Masters Real Estate Success Training, helping you get more yeses and more successes in your business and in your life. And I've been, for the last couple of days, in a mastermind with some great people, and one of the guys that I've been with is my friend Scott Mann, who is retired Special Forces. And Scott, tell us a little bit about your background in Special Forces and what you did and so forth.
Yeah, so I was career Army, Special Forces, nicknamed the Green Berets.
Right.
Did about 23 years in the Army total, and about 18 of that was in Special Forces. And basically, what we do that's different than the Navy SEALs, the Army Rangers, is we go into rough places around the world and essentially kind of come in below the noise. Very small teams. We connect at a real local level, and then we work with tribes, clans, indigenous folks to help them stand up on their own. So we kind of work by, with, and through indigenous cultures. I say we get surrounded on purpose. And then from there, we work from the inside out.
That is amazing. So you did a lot of missions.
Yep.
In the Green Berets. So you ever scared?
Oh, all the time. Yeah, I mean, that's, in fact, I think that's one thing that Hollywood gives a misperception on, is that fear is a constant part of combat. Fear is a constant part of special operations. It's like I tell my sons, it's not the fear, it's what you do with it.
Right, right.
I mean, it's how you channel that fear. We all feel it, and it's just a matter of what you do with it.
So when you guys were preparing, like, to go on a mission, and you're getting there, I think the mental preparation is what I'm interested in, is the mental preparation. How did you prepare mentally so that as you prepared and then as you went on the mission, how did you prepare so that if something went wrong, you were prepared for every contingency? How did you prepare yourself mentally to manage that and survive and win?
Right. So I think there's two parts to that preparation. One is before we would ever insert or infiltrate into the area. The first thing is you prepare for the arena that you're going to go into.
Okay.
We call it intelligence preparation of the battlefield. We nickname it IPB. But basically, you look at every aspect of the area that you're going into. You look at the human terrain, the physical terrain, the topography, the hydrology. You study the history, because remember, we're going in there to get surrounded on purpose.
Right.
So we're going to go in where we have no authority. We're very limited in manpower, and we're gonna basically get surrounded on purpose. So we want to know everything there is to know about what's going on around us.
Okay, so you call that the intelligence preparation
of the battlefield, IPB.
So you're learning when I get there what's going to be there.
Yeah,
what's
absolutely.
What's going to be there? How are we going to relate?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
It's really just deep preparation. I mean, if you think about it, whether no matter what you're doing, if you're doing a new closing, if you're doing a business deal, moving on a product, it's just that deep preparation that you do to ensure that you mitigate as many risks as you can, and you know as many variables as you can before you ever step into that arena.
So in the real estate industry, we would compare that to like what we call pre-qualifying. Before you go into a seller to sit down with a potential client, you know the situation, you know what their background, what their motivation is.
Absolutely.
All that.
Yeah, and I do some real estate myself. Yeah, and in fact, you know, I would go a step further. We're looking at who are the real players, what are their problems, what problems can we help them solve, what are the connection points, what are the tensions, what are the pre-existing relationships. I mean, all of those things matter. That's how you stay alive. Right. So we do that. We call it the homework before the legwork. You know. Before that first rotor ever turns on that helicopter, you will isolate for 5 or 6 days, sometimes 6 months, and prepare for that mission. That's part one.
Wow.
The second part is once the birds go up in the air and you're moving to the target, you know, you reach that point where you're going in behind enemy lines, or you're going into a fight. You know you're going into a fight. And then it's the mental preparation of what you're about to do. You have to get your body ready for that, and you have to commit. You know,
facing the fear. No way to back out.
Yeah, and there's a certain point where things are going to start to go wrong, just like in everything else in life and every deal that you do. Things are going to start to unravel as you start to move forward. We establish what's called a mission decision line, an MDL.
Okay. And it's MDL. Mission decision line.
Right.
Mission decision line.
Right, and it's a known point on the ground where if you're flying over it or driving over it or you're in a boat, it's a linear feature. Maybe it's a road, maybe it's a valley, but everybody on the team knows that MDL. They know it on their map, and they even announce it on everybody's headsets as you cross it. Usually it's black and dark inside the helicopter, and as soon as that MDL is crossed, you look around the aircraft and all you see are white teeth of guys grinning, because they know there's no going back now. No matter what happens, you've crossed the MDL, you're all in. Whether that bird goes down and one guy's alive, he's walking to that target, because we're all committed at that point. There's no turning back. And it's really a sense of relief.
And because you've already faced the fear.
Yeah.
and it's, so now the fear's gone.
Yeah, I mean, think about anything in your life that you've prepared deeply for. You're ready to go, and then all of a sudden you get pulled back, or all of a sudden the deal doesn't go, and it's such a letdown because you're ready to do it. You've geared yourself up. The MDL ensures that even if things start to happen and go wrong, you still stay committed to what it is you're supposed to do.
So there's a powerful sense of clarity and focus, and because commitment is powerful.
Yeah, it's almost like it's almost inspiring when you cross that thing, because everything gets real simple and real clear. We're going one direction and there's no plan B.
And we are going to win.
That's it. All in.
And you guys won.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Scott, thanks so much. Thank you for serving our country.
My pleasure, brother.
The gratitude that I feel for that is amazing. Thanks for sharing with these guys.
Thanks for what you're doing,
and appreciate what you're doing.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, everybody.
Right.
Guys, Kevin Ward here with Yes Masters Real Estate Success Training and retired Green Beret Scott Mann. We'll talk soon.